Hi, hello everyone. In the last episode, we have discussed about the physical examination of urine. Now, we will discuss in this episode chemical examination of urine. In the urine analysis, biochemical examination plays a key role. In the urine, there are proteins, sugars, ketone bodies, bile salts, and bile pigments, and also blood in the diseased people when compared to the normal persons. The presence of these proteins is considered as proteinuria, and sugars is considered as melituria, and ketone bodies is considered as ketonuria, and presence of bile salts and bile pigments is considered as bilirubinuria, and presence of blood is considered as hematuria. Now we will discuss each one. The chemical examination of urine. First we will discuss about the sugars. Glucose. Passage of glucose in the urine is called as glycosuria. Presence of detectable amount of glucose in urine occurs under two conditions. One is uncontrolled diabetes and the other one is renal glucosuria with lowering of renal threshold, which is 180 mg per dl. The conditions where we will see this renal glucosuria with lowering of renal threshold is during pregnancy, that is gestational diabetes. Now, the passage of fructose in urine is fructosuria. Presence of fructose in urine may be due to elementary causes following the ingestion of large amounts of fructose, which is a fruit sugar. Fructosemia and hereditary fructose intolerance in metabolic disorders of fructose will cause fructosuria. Presence of galactose in urine is galactosuria, which is maybe because of elementary causes following the ingestion of large amounts of galactose, and also in galactosemia. Sugars in urine. Detection of sugars in urine is a non-specific test and it is useful for semi-quantitation of marked glucosuria. The test which we perform for detecting the sugars in urine is Benedict's qualitative test. It is a semi-quantitative test also. Procedure. First we have to take 5 ml of the Benedict's reagent, which is made of 100 grams sodium carbonate, which provides alkaline condition and helps in redox reactions. And the second component in Benedict's reagent is sodium citrate, which is to be taken 173 grams. This sodium citrate will complex with copper ions so that they can deteriorate to copper Cu+, Cu+2 to Cu+ during storage. And one more ingredient which is present in Benedict's reagent is copper sulfate. It is to be taken in the concentration of 17.3 grams. So, composition of Benedict's reagent is sodium carbonate, sodium citrate, and copper sulfate. So, first we have to take the 5 ml of Benedict's reagent in a test tube and boil it for 3 to 5 minutes. Then add 0.5 ml exactly. That is 1 ml is equal to 16 drops. So 0.5 ml is 8 drops of urine is to be added to the Benedict's reagent, which is boiled for 3 to 5 minutes. Then again boil for 2 minutes. Now cool the solution and note the change in the color of the solution. The principle behind this Benedict's test is aldehyde group of reducing sugars, if present, reduces the cupric ions in Benedict's reagent to cuprous oxide. The final color of the solution will depend upon how much of this precipitate was formed, and therefore the color gives us the quantity.
The color of the solution after the Benedict's test varies from blue to brick red, blue to green, green to yellow, yellow to orange, orange to brick red. If there is no change in color, then negative. Greenish blue, traces of sugars present. Greenish yellow, plus 1, 0.5% sugar. Yellow, 1% sugar, 2 plus. Orange precipitate, 1.5% sugar, 3 plus. Brick red precipitate, 2% sugars, 4 plus. Benedict's test is positive for sugars such as glucose, galactose, lactose, fructose, maltose, pentose, and it is also giving false positive for ascorbic acid, creatinine, uric acid, salicylates, and X-ray contrast. Strip test. The principle behind the strip test is it is based on a double sequential enzyme reaction. In this, two enzymes are involved. One enzyme is glucose oxidase, which catalyzes the formation of gluconic acid and the hydrogen peroxide from the oxidation of glucose. And the second enzyme involved is peroxidase, which catalyzes the reaction of hydrogen peroxide with potassium iodide chromogen to oxidize the chromogen to colors ranging from green to brown. You can see the color variation and the percentage or gram per deciliter or mg per deciliter presence of glucose in the strip picture shown.
Now, ketone bodies. Presence of acetone, acetoacetic acid, and beta hydroxybutyric acid in urine is termed as ketonuria. The main causes of ketonuria are fever, anorexia, gastrointestinal disturbances, fasting, starvation for a long time, severe vomitings, and uncontrolled diabetes condition called as diabetes ketoacidosis. For beta hydroxybutyric acid, we have to perform Hart's test. For acetone and acetoacetic acid, we will do Rothera's test. The principle behind the Rothera's test is acetone and acetoacetic acid develop a purple colored complex with sodium nitroprusside in an alkaline medium. How to do the procedure? Take 5 ml of urine in a test tube and saturate it with ammonium sulfate. Then add a crystal of sodium nitroprusside. Then mix the solution, and after that add 2 to 3 drops of liquid ammonia along the walls of the tube carefully to form a layer of on the top of the saturated urine. Rothera's test positive is indicated by formation of purple ring at junction of the two fluids. Signing off, Ravichandra. Please like, share, subscribe Dr. Ravichandra Official for your betterment. Thank you, thank you, thank you.